Hi everyone, it's Little Blue and you're listening to my podcast, aka Little Blue, on Friday night. However, Friday night for a single mum in her late 30s is pretty much dressing gown on, cup of tea and a KitKat chunky. Oh, and good TV. It's some good TV on tonight. I saw on Instagram this morning, Joe Sugg was a contestant on Would I Lie to You? Love Joe Sugg, like that show, so I thought, that's going to be good for a laugh. And it was really great. It was really sweet because he seemed really nervous. But it also had Jennifer Saunders and Richmond Osman on it. Love those too. So that was a good bit of TV. And Chris Ramsey was hosting the One Show tonight in place of Matt Baker. And so, yeah, replacing one Geordie for another. Love it. Absolutely loved it. And one of my favourite things about watching the One Show is the theme tune. If you are having a really rubbish day, or if you're really stressed or whatever, and you just need to sort of let loose, sing the One Show theme tune. And I say sing lightly, like shout it. And you build up with the music. So you start quite quiet and you get louder and louder and more out of tune. The more out of tune you go, the funnier and the better you feel. Honestly, it's brilliant. You can actually go onto YouTube and type in One Show theme tune, and it will come up, and then you just put it on repeat and just keep doing it over and over. Baby Blue and I were doing it earlier, and I've done this with friends as well when we've been a bit drunk. Just do it, honestly. It makes you feel so good. And like, even if you've never watched the One Show and you're like, oh, well, I don't know the theme, the words are one. That is the only word in the theme. You just say one over and over again. And it's just brilliant. It's like, one, one, one. Oh, it's amazing. And you can be a rock star. You could do it in a posh voice. You can change it. Honestly, it is the best feeling in the world, and it can cheer up any day, in my opinion. You might have seen my Instagram earlier. I did do a lip sync of it. And the reason it's a lip sync and not me singing is because I was going to do it with Baby Blue, but I got the times that it was on wrong. So she'd already gone to bed by the time it had started. So I didn't then want to wake her up by singing it. So I just did a lip sync, which in itself cheered me up too. It's quite funny. And I keep watching the video back and laughing at myself. I do love little things like that. And I mean, when I was younger, like 10 years ago and more, gosh, I'm so old. Going out and just doing stupid stuff like that was sort of my forte. I'm so glad I was a teenager and in my 20s before the internet, before social media, because I would have been all over that. I would have gone viral. The things I used to do. Oh my God. I was the sort of the class clown. And when I got drunk, I was even worse. So I'm so glad there are no records of it. We didn't even have like cameras on our phone. By the time cameras sort of came onto phones, I'd calmed down a bit. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that none of that got documented, but there's just something about letting your hair down in your youth. I don't think I could do it now. Do you know, it's been so long since I have been out without having to worry about anything like money or stuff. I'd be interested to see if I knew, like, say Baby Blue was having a sleepover at a friend's, so I knew I didn't have to be home for her. And when I got home, it didn't matter if I was absolutely sloshed. It'd be interesting to see how I got now. I might get a bit emotional. I'd probably get emotional, wouldn't I? Mind you, it depends on what you drink. Do you find that when I used to like drink at the weekend, it depended on what I was drinking to the mood I was in? Like beer makes me really sleepy, like super sleepy. So I'm really chilled when I drink beer. And Jack Daniels always made me very, like it used to wake my brain up. So I'd get quite philosophical and I'd have real debates when I was drinking Jack Daniels. And wine just made me sick. Wine used to send me loopy. I would do stupid stuff. And yeah. Do you find that? Do you find different drinks make you act in a different way? I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But I've not drunk in so long. I mean, I had some Pimm's at New Year's. And that made me merry. Pimm's actually makes me in a really good mood. And I feel really quite good. And I stopped feeling socially anxious, and I think that's another great thing about drinking. That's an awful thing to say, wasn't it? Oh, God. I think I'm tired, and I need maybe another cup of tea. have another cup of tea. Gosh, the way things change, eh? But anyway, where was I going with this? Yes, so I did do a podcast yesterday. I went for a lovely walk in the woods while Baby Blue is at preschool. It was my first walk of the year, and it was lovely. The sun was shining. I was feeling really great about it because I'd woken up feeling quite lethargic and quite bloated from all that Christmas excess. So it was nice to get out and get that exercise and fresh air. However, I thought I'd uploaded it. I went to a cafe because there's a cafe in the woods, believe it or not, and it had just reopened after the break. And so I thought I'll pop in and say hi to them because they do this bottomless coffee. So you just literally pay once and then that's it. You can just keep getting refills and it's wonderful. So I went there and had a bottomless coffee. And I thought I uploaded it while I was there because there's internet there. And I didn't. So sorry about that. Sorry it didn't come through. But to be honest, it was probably a little bit of rubbish. I mean, this is the most low budget podcast you probably get. If I'm completely honest, it's like I listened to Shag Married Annoyed, which I love, which came out today. And they're like, oh, we're really low budget. We only spent £500 on our equipment. We do it in our kitchen. You can hear the fridge going, you can hear the dishwasher going. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I do this on a free app on my mobile phone, which is a mobile phone that's cracked to buggery because it was my cousin's old phone and she dropped it a few times. And I'm sat in my snuggle chair, like surrounded by Baby Blue's toys that she's just played with. And it's not costed me a penny to do. And I speak for 15 minutes about being positive and about my life and trying to sort of inspire and build a community of people so we can promote kindness and positivity. I mean, that's a great aim, I guess. But yeah, all in all, it's probably a complete and utter rubbish podcast. And so it amazes me that there are people that download this and listen to it. So thank you if you do. But I'm not going to pretend it's like this wonderful, amazing thing. But I mean, if you do like it, I would love to hear from you. I really like feedback. And like today, especially on social media in the last few days, I've had so much sort of engagement with you guys, which is amazing. Facebook's really taken off again, which I'm so relieved about because my Facebook page, I sort of got a little bit lax on it and I kind of eased myself back into it, and I didn't want it to be too intense. I'd got a bit too intense before and I was sort of getting too involved with businesses and doing the whole social Saturday thing, and I was kind of getting people that were just liking for likes, and I didn't want that. I want people that are genuinely going to be interested in promoting positivity and going to engage with what I post, which is amazing because I have got quite a lot of followers from doing it, which is wonderful. But yeah, I've just sort of calmed it down a bit. But today, I've had some great posts, and yesterday I put what as positive has happened to you today, and I've loved seeing what people are saying. Like one person commented, she's actually one of my neighbours. She commented saying that the care home that she works at, she got to read a lady stories today, just like a little book of stories, and it just made her day. And I was like, oh my God, that's so lovely. I'd love to do that as a job, just go round to care homes and read people's stories. That'd be amazing. And then there was somebody who said that their son had written successfully, like written or read something for the first time. I can't remember the exact thing, sorry. And then there were people saying that their business page on social media had like the best engagement ever, or their website had all these hits, or they'd had real success at work and things like that. And it's just so lovely to see so many people focusing on the positives. And one of them just said, I didn't lose it today. I managed to keep my shit together today. And do you know what? That's one of the biggest achievements in my eyes. That is when you have got stuff going on in your head and you are literally fighting with yourself on a daily basis. If you can get to the end of the day and say, I kept my shit together today, that is the best thing ever, and you need to kick back, get yourself a glass of wine, bottle of beer, whatever it is you drink, cup of tea and a KitKat chunky, and just congratulate yourself and feel good about it, because that is the first step for that being an everyday occurrence. Do you know what I mean? And I said that to them. So I love seeing them. If you don't follow me on Facebook, I'm Little Blues Thank You on Facebook. And go and pop down all the positive things that are happening to you today, because I'm absolutely loving hearing them. So I might keep that one coming back, because it's so lovely to see. And I've got Feel Good Friday. I did a Feel Good Friday post this morning. And basically, it's just to give a shout out to people that you admire, people that have inspired you, helped you, supported you for whatever reason. It could be a company that you've ordered a t-shirt from and you absolutely love it, or it could just be a celebrity that you've been inspired by, a podcast or a vlog or whatever that they've done. Tag them in it, honestly. Just let people know that they've touched you, let people know that they've inspired you and motivated you, because nothing bad comes from it. If they don't see it, doesn't matter, but the fact that you've said thank you and the fact that you've acknowledged it is just incredible in my eyes, and I love reading them. There's something about seeing positivity in other people that just makes me feel so good. It gives you this sort of sense of faith, and it makes you just feel that there is so much good in this world. We focus so much on the bad. It should be our default to focus on the good, not the bad. Honestly, we should want to hear about the good stories, about all the amazing stuff that's going on in Australia. The fires are awful, and it's so hard to imagine, like, the vastness of it and the destruction of it. But on top of that, that is awful, and we've acknowledged it. But just see the communities coming together, the firefighters, to acknowledge them and the work they're doing, to see all the things that the vets are doing and the animal charities and the and how people are being helped to get their lives back on track after they've lost everything in these fires, and how Australia as a country and a community in itself is just coming together to rebuild itself anew. And it is incredible, the good that can come from bad sometimes. And I'm not saying we need the bad, but I'm just saying humanity has so much good, so much fight, and so much positive motivation. We can just be anything, and that's the message that I just love, and I really wish there was a outlet for it. And that's what I want this to be, my whole Little Blues project to be. Originally, it was called Little Blues Thank You, because I wanted to say thank you and give something back to social media. I've changed it to AKA Little Blue because of my Instagram page. I wanted it to be more about my journey from rock bottom, because I was literally homeless. And it goes from there, and my journey to greatness, hopefully. And then I started my podcast, which I've then taken on that name. So I might just, Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. That's boring, isn't it? Let's not do that. Anyway, I'm going to bring this to a close, because Graham Norton's going to be on in a minute, and I want to watch that too. Oh, I'm so sad. So sad. It's Friday night, for crying out loud. I should be out and about, really, shouldn't I? Anyway, let me know what you're doing on Instagram. Go on, drop me a little message. Maybe I'll put something on my stories. If you do follow me on Instagram, please click on my stories, because sometimes I do little boxes, like question boxes, and I'd love to hear from you, because I do just love hearing and seeing who's following me and things like that. It'll be great. And I wanted to give a shout out to some of my mates as well, because it's Friday, Feel Good Friday. My friends Kate and Antimo, you guys are awesome. Love you, love you, love you. I know you guys listen in the morning, and as it's the weekend, you might be listening together tomorrow. So good morning, have a fantastic weekend. And my friend Hannah as well, who listens with her little dog Lola. Love you too. I know you've been going through some stuff at the moment, and I just want to give you a big virtual podcast hug, because love you all. Anyway, and any of my other friends that are listening that I don't know about. So take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic weekend. Don't worry if you're not going out on the lash. There's good TV on. Go and get your KitKat chunkies, your cups of tea, and your dressing gowns on. I'm so sad. Anyway, have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye.